Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think they're a very skilled team. A lot of very skilled, dangerous players up front. So we have to make sure we're focused and we're ready to go right off the bat.
I know the record isn't where you guys want it to be, but are you feeling better about your game now than maybe at most other points during the season? Do you feel like it's close?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been, really locking down our D zone, and we've done a much better job there. And we have enough skill in this room that we know that the goals will come. We know we have to bear down a little harder probably on the chances we do get, but I think we're in a good spot. We're not panicking, so tonight is another good chance for us to get 2 points.
You go back with Connor and Patrick, and you guys obviously had a lot of chemistry last year, a lot of success. When the team's struggling, you take it upon yourselves to really need a good game offensively tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think people or guys rely on us, and we rely on the other lines as well. That's how a team works. It's our job to go out there and set the tone and play the way that we want to play and the game that we can play. So, like I said, tonight is another good test for us.
Do you think this team could also use a little confidence?
One on the team can't score, so.
Run lineups, a trait that I've built over my career, and it's obviously an asset that we're going to use to our team's advantage.
Is it easier for you to keep your feet moving when you're playing center as opposed to the amount of stopping and starting that comes on the wing?
Yeah, I think so. I think generally you probably have to skate a little bit more. I feel like even after a game of center, you're a little bit more tired than a game on the wing. So, different challenges, face-offs, your own end, but at the end of the day, you get the puck in the middle a little bit more, and we're looking to find some spark here, and we got to kind of find a way to score goals. If we could do that, we'd probably have a little bit better of a record. So we're going to try a lot of things, I assume, and bounce around. Guys on different lines is probably one of the things.
Are you personally better equipped to handle this now, even though you are with a new organization and in a completely different market than maybe you were early in your career when there was an expectation that you'd be a productive player all the time?
Yeah, I think just being a young player and not really knowing what to expect, and then you go to pro hockey, it's your first year in the NHL, and you're playing a position you never played before in right wing, so it's a little bit different. But as the years goes on, the games go on, you get more comfortable. You've seen these teams multiple times now. The language with the coach is getting more familiar, and I think if you look from a team standpoint and an individual standpoint, I think that we're starting to kind of find a little bit more of a rhythm. Unfortunately, it hasn't really shown results, but you kind of see our team and the flow coming along nicely, and we're starting to put the pieces together.
Is that just hockey? That teams go through stretches where the puck just doesn't go in?
I mean, you saw in the second period last game, we probably should have 5 goals in the second period. So, I mean, whether it's guys, bearing down or, just squeezing the sticks too tight, I don't know. But, we talked about it in video today. We've worked on scoring in practice, get that touch back. And, if guys could finish on the net, myself included, we'd probably be looking at a different story here. So, that'll come. I think with this team, that's definitely not one of the worries. We just kind of got to get things on track. We'll be all right.
ultimately mixed results on that last trip, but the way you guys played, do you think this thing is starting to turn in the right direction for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're playing better defensively. We're in hockey games. But having said that, we're still not winning games. So there's a little bit of improvement, but we know we still have to be better to get wins and move up in the standings.
How much pressure do you guys put on yourself to score more goals? Ultimately, you have to score more goals, but is it to the point where you just have to muck greasy goals?
Well, sometimes a dirty area goal, and then the floodgates will open. You know what I mean? We can't forget to play defense. We can't cheat for offense. That's not going to help our cause. There's not a player in the league that goes through a scoring drought. There might be one or two. As of right now, it's tough because we're 9 games in and the majority of our team is going through that, but we'll get through it. We just have to break that sooner than later.
I know there's no easy games in the National Hockey League. What do the Dallas Stars present you guys with tonight?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're skilled. They can make you pay. Power play's good. It's one of those things. I think we just have to worry about our game and what we can bring, and we'll be fine.
Is it good to be back on home ice, especially for an extended period of time after getting away for a bit?
Yeah, it's always nice to head out on the road beginning of the year, get to know your teammates a little bit, have some dinners together, but it's always nice sleeping in your own bed.
Can you just sort of go through the hot process of putting Leon up with Connor to start this game?
Need some offense, the dynamic pair. We're on home ice. We get an idea, or at least a chance at the last change. That's it.
Todd, when you're looking for offense the way your group is, can you maybe just discuss the balance between, earlier this season when maybe they were cheating a bit to get it versus maintaining what you've built defensively but finding that offense at the same time?
That's a consistent reminder to our group that as we try and evolve offensively, we can't give up the parts of our game that we've improved defensively, the checking part. And a lot of times your checking and your commitment to defense leads to offense anyhow. And you'll likely get more opportunities that way. But when you're not scoring as much as you'd like to, you sure can't let the game get away on you at 3 or 4-0 and then try and score your way back into it. So it is a reminder.
It doesn't look like Yamamoto's playing. Is that because he's getting close to the 9 games and you're proportioning his?
No, we're still going to look at him as an option for tonight. But this Dallas team's a big, grinding, hard team down in the offensive zone. It'll be one of the bigger teams that we've played against to this point this season. So some of that factors in the way we have our line set up. I think for Yamamoto to play, he's got to play in the top 6 or top 9 to be effective.
Is that a condition too? Are you trying to find somebody else who's better than him offensively, say on the second line if you're going to play Leon on the first?
Not necessarily. We're not looking for players that are better. We're looking for players that will get the job done. Yeah, productive. We're looking for production, and for the media that followed us through the road trip, there was one point where we were talking about creating offense in and around the blue paint and where the shots are coming from, and Yamo did a tremendous job and has done a tremendous job this year of finding his way in and around that paint area for second and third opportunity, sometimes first grade A scoring chances, and it's got to go in for him eventually, just like it does for the rest of the team.
Todd, when you look at getting offense, do you need more from your blue line? There was a few point shots didn't come close to hitting the net last game. Do you need more offense from the back?
But an interesting number is that heading into last game anyhow, we led the league in shots from our blue line. We also led the league in missed shots from our blue line. So there's a combination. A lot of the firing is coming from up top. So yes, they need to, they need to be shooting at the right time. They need to be hitting the net, and we need to be going into those areas to find the seconds and the thirds. But if it's blocked or if it misses the net, you have no chance at that. I think we can do a better job of having, a third or a fourth man up in the rush, whether it's that defenseman or in that open ice as well. Interestingly enough, we've created a number of chances in that slot area with our D joining, and we seem to be finding, the Penguin, the Blackhawk, or the Flyer over the last few nights.
Can you maybe just discuss Mark Letestu? He plays a lot of different roles on this team. You have him skating, it looks like, in a top 6 role on the wing, which maybe isn't where you have him penciled in to start the year. But why you have him there? And
I trust him.
Game.
I trust him. I trust him. I think that there's nothing more valuable, whether you like Mark Letestu or not as a fan or as a media person or whatever you might be, trust goes a long, long way between a player and a coach, and I trust him. I believe that when he steps on the ice, he's going to try and at least attempt to do things the right way within structure. He has the ability to check and play fairly well defensively. He gives that group a righty and a lefty on the face-off circle. And there's a lot of reasons for putting him up there right now. But the biggest one is trust. I know he's not going to be the top player. He's going to make some mistakes. We might win because of him some nights. We might lose because of him some nights. But the trust factor is very high with him.
Jokinen and Slepyshev look like they're coming back in. What do you need more from each individual in their respective game?
Well, we want Jussi to play a little faster. He's been in the right spot a number of times for scoring opportunities, but the release, the decision to get the puck off, it just has to happen a little bit quicker. And Anton is a player that has to take another step in this league, in my opinion. He's being counted on, and he's got a toolkit that matches anybody. He's on our team, but something has to get done when he's on the ice surface.
loading up, if you want to call it that, or going back to Connor, Leon, and Patrick Maroon, when your team right now is struggling as it is for everyone to score, do you hope that not only what they create and produce, can it feed down to the rest of the group, just the momentum shift that line has provided in the past, just maintaining offense's zone possession even on those shifts they don't score?
Well, you hope it would, you know, but for that to happen, they've got to get their job done as a group of three. And they've proven in the past that they can do it. I believe they can and they will. I have a larger concern with the other 9 forwards, getting some production out of them without, as I think Ryan mentioned, giving up opportunities going the other way.